Death is not the end. At least, that's what Meta might believe now, because according to a recently resurfaced patent, Meta has been working on an AI system that could continue posting on your social media accounts after you die. Yes, after you die. Now, before we go full dystopia, let's slow down. This is a patent. It's not an official product update. Facebook is not about to revive millions of accounts tomorrow. At least, not publicly. But the idea alone? It sounds like an episode of Black Mirror. The patent describes an AI system that can manage a deceased user's account. It could post updates, send messages, reply to comments, even make video calls, all by analyzing your past data, your writing style, your speech patterns, your behavior online. Basically, a digital clone. And if that doesn't make you uncomfortable, wait, because Meta's reasoning is even more interesting. According to the patent, when someone stops posting online, whether because they take a break or because they pass away, the experience of their followers is affected. In simple terms, people miss you. So the solution is to replace you. Now officially, Meta has said this technology was originally explored to help content creators. The idea being, if you need a break from social media, your AI clone could continue engaging, liking posts, responding to messages, maintaining presence, which, from a business perspective, makes sense. Attention is currency, and inactive users don't generate engagement. But the controversy exploded when people realized this system could also apply to the deceased. Suddenly, it's not about creators taking a break. It's about digital resurrection. And this is where things get darker. Because after the patent went viral, a spokesperson claimed Meta has no current plans to move forward with this example. They said companies file patents all the time for ideas that never become products, which is true. But here's the uncomfortable detail. Back in 2023, Mark Zuckerberg discussed the idea of AI systems helping people interact with memories of loved ones. He openly suggested that Meta could eventually create AI replicas of individuals, so the concept isn't new. It's been floating around, and when people dug deeper, an old post from 4chan resurfaced. A user claiming to work internally at Meta on something called Project Lazarus. Lazarus, if you know the reference, you know exactly what that implies. The anonymous post described building an AI that could fully take over a deceased person's social media presence, posting, interacting, even generating aged photos, keeping the illusion alive that the person was still active online. At the time, people called him insane. Now, after the patent resurfaced, it doesn't sound so crazy anymore. And here's the part that really makes you pause. The anonymous user claimed the AI didn't need much information to convincingly replicate someone, that it was extremely capable of mimicking digital behavior, that entire communities could theoretically disappear, and their social media presence would continue without interruption. Think about that for a second. If your digital footprint can outlive you, what does that do to the concept of identity? Are you still you, or just a pattern of data? And while this debate was happening, another story quietly went viral. An AI safety researcher from Anthropic publicly announced he was leaving his position. In a letter to colleagues, he said the world is in danger, not just because of AI, but because of multiple interconnected crises unfolding at the same time. And he decided to dedicate himself to poetry. That might sound random, but it reflects something deeper. The people closest to this technology sometimes sound the most uncertain about it. Meanwhile, big tech companies continue filing patents, building systems, testing boundaries, and every year the line between reality and simulation gets thinner. Maybe this never becomes a product. Maybe it stays a patent. Or maybe we're just watching the early stages of something that will feel normal 10 years from now. Digital clones, AI replicas, accounts that never truly go silent. The real question is not whether the technology is possible. It clearly is. The real question is, should it exist? I'd love to know what you think. Is this innovation, or is this the beginning of something we won't be able to reverse? I'll see you in the next video. And remember, embrace reality and deal with it.